Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Jacob, and in today's video I'm going to share with you all the dividends that I got in September. Now I'm really excited to share with you my income from this month because it was my biggest paying dividend month yet. Now as you guys may know, September is the last month of quarter 3, and this is pretty significant because companies that pay dividends on a quarterly basis, what you'll find is that a majority of them tend to pay dividends on the last month of every quarter. So in quarter 1, companies tend to pay dividends in March. In Q2, it's June. Q3, it's September, which I'm going to share with you guys today. And then in Q4, it's December. So not every company pays a dividend on the last month of the quarter. It's just that a majority of them do. So let's get into it. I'm going to head on over to M1 Finance, which is my preferred brokerage of choice when it comes to investing. I'm just going to go click on the activity tab and then filter by dividends. You know, the goal of this video is to give each and every one of you motivation to start investing. You know, I know that I don't have a lot of money invested here. And, you know, I'm not sure what your financial situation is either, but I just want to give you some motivation to start investing today because, you know, a lot of these dividends are a passive form of income, right? It's essentially getting paid to hold a company. So this is money that I'm making in my sleep. The only thing that I have to do is do my own research, my due diligence, but I absolutely love doing that. So every time I get paid out a dividend, it's basically money that I am not working for. So it's very motivating to me to see these dividends come in each and every month. So the first company that paid me a dividend in the month of September is Aflac, ticker symbol AFL. Now Aflac is an insurance company. They do a lot of business in Japan, and they have a dividend yield of about 3%. I think it's just a little bit shy of 3%, but they paid me $3.23. So that was a really nice payment to kick off the month of September. The next dividend I got paid is from Johnson & Johnson. They are a large consumer healthcare company, and they paid a dividend of $1.79. So my total so far is $5.02. Now Johnson & Johnson is a really great company to invest in if you're looking for dividend growth. They've actually been growing their dividends for the past 58 consecutive years. Now that's not just paying dividends, that's increasing dividends as well. 58 years. It always amazes me when you get these companies that pay dividends for longer than, you know, a lot of us have probably been alive. So the fact that they can keep that up, it shows stability within their company, and ultimately I think it's really great holding. So the next company that paid me a dividend is Exxon Mobil, and they paid $1.47, bringing my total dividend income for this month up to $6.49. Now, Exxon is a pretty controversial stock, I would say. It's got a super high dividend yield. It's about 8%, if I'm not mistaken, and their share price has been crashing pretty hard, especially since the COVID pandemic pretty much hit the oil market pretty hard. Now they have been increasing their dividend for quite some time now, but this is a company that I'm really going to keep a close eye on in the future because while they do pay a good dividend, you know, part of my strategy is to also invest in companies that tend to increase their actual share price as well. And right now ExxonMobil just isn't doing that. Now the next dividend I got paid is from Eli Lilly, just another big pharmaceutical company. They paid 68 cents, bringing my total up to $7.17. Coming up next, we got Microsoft. Yes, they are a tech company, and they do actually pay a dividend. As you may guess, they don't pay a very high dividend, but Microsoft is a company that I chose not really for the dividend, but just for the growth aspect. I think, you know, Microsoft is a really great company to invest in. You just really can't beat Microsoft in a lot of things. So They paid a dividend of 38 cents, and that'll bring my total up to $7.55. Next, we got 3M. 3M is sort of an industrial company you may have seen. They make like the Post-it notes and like shingle granules and stuff like that. They paid $1.86, and that brings my total up to $9.41. Next, we got an electric utility company, Consolidated Edison. Once again, one of those companies that have been paying dividends for many years consecutively and growing those dividends. They paid me 46 cents, bringing my total up to $9.87. Next up, we got everybody's favorite fast food company, McDonald's. Now, regardless of what you think about McDonald's, it's just a company I cannot pass up because, you know, I've traveled to different countries around the world and there's always a McDonald's somewhere. I love them because they have really great brand recognition on a global scale and they just always seem to be innovating, right? Now, I know, you know, it's not the healthiest thing, but it's a brand that I think everyone just knows about. You know, everyone needs their McDonald's fix every now and again, so I like to invest in it. You know, they've performed pretty well for me so far, and this month they paid me a dividend of $1.08, bringing my total up to $10.95. The next dividend I got paid in September was from Realty Income Corp. This is a dividend investor's dream because Realty Income Corp pays a monthly dividend. So from now on, I can expect at least $1.65 every single month from Realty Income Corp, so long as they don't slash their dividend. And with the $1.65, that brings my portfolio up to $12.60 for dividend income in the month of September. Now, the next company I got paid from is Home Depot. I got paid $1.11, and that'll bring my total up to $13.71. And Home Depot has been an amazing stock for me so far. I'm actually up about 25% on Home Depot. So that totally beat my expectations. I was totally expecting something pretty average, like maybe 7 or 8%. But even with the COVID pandemic, Home Depot has performed pretty well. So absolutely a holding that I am going to keep for the long run in my portfolio. Next, we have Waste Management. I don't have a lot of shares in this company, but I do have some, mainly because they have been paying dividends for quite some time now. And, you know, it does diversify my portfolio. I don't really have any waste companies, so I do like the diversification factor here. And this month they paid me 38 cents, bringing the total up to $14.09. The next dividend I got paid is from Dominion Energy. I got paid $2.99, and that'll bring my total up to $17.08. Now, Dominion has been in the news recently. They did sell off part of their pipeline and oil business to Berkshire Hathaway. So due to that, they cannot sustain their current dividend payment, so they actually plan to cut their dividends in the month of December. And with that news, I'll probably decrease my position in Dominion a little bit. I'm gonna keep holding the company because I think, you know, the future does have promise, but I may replace it currently with a company that does pay a little higher dividend in the energy sector. The next company I got paid from is Blackrock. This is a financial firm. They have a lot of different like index funds and just the different holdings. They're sort of like Vanguard in a way. I think they're a pretty solid company. They've been increasing their dividends for 16 consecutive years, and they have also performed fairly well. So based on that, I think it's a great company to have, and they paid $3.36, and that'll bring my total dividend income up to $20.44. The next dividend I got paid from is Vanguard High Dividend Yield Index ETF. This is a high yield dividend ETF from Vanguard. Performed okay. I mean, I'm in the green on it, but I guess not as much as I would have liked. But it does pay, you know, a pretty good dividend. So This month I got paid $1.67, and that'll bring my total up to $22.11. Coming up next, we have Goldman Sachs. Now, Goldman Sachs is another financial company, and I do have them sort of for a mixture of the growth and dividend income. They have been growing dividends consecutively for 9 years, but ultimately, this isn't a company that I have a whole lot invested in right now. And with that 39 cents, that takes my portfolio up to $2.50. Broadcom is the next company that paid me a dividend in the month of September. They paid $1.74, and that brings my total up to $24.24. Now, Broadcom, ticker symbol AVGO, I think this is a very not well known / underrated holding because it actually is a technology company that makes various chips. And the reason this is a really great holding, which I actually recently added to my portfolio, is because they have a really great dividend yield for a tech company. They've been increasing that dividend and they've been performing pretty well. So let's just head on over to Seeking Alpha and check out some details of this holding. So Broadcom currently has a yield of 3.45%, which is amazing for a tech company. Typically tech companies, you're talking like Microsoft and Apple, they have a very low dividend yield, like below 1% typically. And a lot of tech companies don't even pay dividends, right? So the fact that this pays over a 3% yield, which actually beats my portfolio average, and it's grown for 9 consecutive years. Let's check out the performance of AVGO as well. So over a 10-year period, AVGO has grown 1,596%. I'm pretty much speechless when I see those numbers. I see the dividend. It's just awesome. So I'm so happy I found this holding. I think this is probably one of my best holdings in my portfolio, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. So if you are interested in adding tech to your portfolio, I would highly recommend checking out Broadcom. That's ticker symbol AVGO. Next up, we have my favorite monthly dividend ETF. That's Sphd Invesco Sp 500. And this is an ETF of the 50 highest dividends on the S&P 500 that have the lowest volatility. Coming up next, we got another monthly paying dividend. This one is Ltc Properties. They are a REIT that invest in senior living / healthcare facilities. So you're thinking like, nursing homes and elderly healthcare facilities. Now LTC, they paid a dividend of 79 cents, bringing my total up to $28.53. Now my largest holding in my portfolio paid me a dividend of $3.73. That is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund ETF. With that $3.73, my total portfolio is up to $32.26. Now next up, I got paid from Brookfield Infrastructure Partners, and they actually had a stock split a few months ago. So they do sort of pay like 2 dividends. It's kind of weird, but if you total these two up, they paid me $2.86, and that brings my portfolio up to $35.12 for dividend income that I received in the month of September. So let's go ahead and input this number into my dividend tracker. As we just said, $35.12. So we put that in there. That's a really nice addition to this table. If you liked this video, I do encourage you to hit the like button and also subscribe if you want more content like this. So with that, I hope you guys can make money, spend time doing things you love, and stay inspired along the way. Thanks.